Hi guys, so I am here for, as promised, my July wrap-up. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much to explain. It's a wrap-up. I'm going to show you what I read the month of July. Gonna wrap things up. The first book that I read was The Two Princesses of Burma by Gail, Carson, Levine. This is the story of Princess Addie and Princess Meryl and the harrowing adventures that they go on as sisters fighting for their lives. I already did a review for this earlier in July, and so I'm really not going to get too much into it now. If you'd like to watch the review, I can leave you a link down below. This is a great book, 5 out of 5 stars, one of my favorites, thus why it was included in my Throwback Thursday. The next book that I read the month of July was A Wrinkle in Time, book 1 in the A Wrinkle in Time series by Madeline. I always wonder if I'm saying that wrong. Is it Langle or Langle? I don't know if I don't enunciate it correctly. I don't know. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry, and if you know I'm saying it wrong, you can call me out in the comments down below, and I will bask in my shame. This is also 5 out of 5 stars for me. Again, one of my favorite books. Again, why it was included in my thing I did last month. This is the story of Meg and her brother Charles Wallace and their friend Calvin O'Keefe as they set on a journey through time and space to recover Meg and Charles Wallace's father. And they meet an assortment of odd and unique characters along the way. And if you've never read this, I definitely think you're missing out. Now, I will kind of warn you guys, it does have a lot of religious undertones. Apparently, Madeline is very religious, but it's also in the setting of a science fiction story. So make of that what you will, but this is a wonderful, wonderful book, and I love it, and it makes me cry every time I read it. The next book that I read is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. Again, 5 out of 5 stars. July was a great month. This is the story of Mary, who was recently orphaned and is now being sent to live with an uncle she's never met before. It's actually her mother's deceased sister's husband. So, anyway, and it's about this sad, sullen little girl who has to now leave everything she knows and was still never quite comfortable with to now go live with people she's never met and is definitely not comfortable with. And it's just kind of about her finding her place and finding her family and finding just beauty in everything. And again, this is another book that always makes me cry. This is a book I definitely recommend. This is such a good family story, but also just a good story in general. I can't gush enough about The Secret Garden and how sweet of a book it is. The last book that I read, actually I finished this before The Secret Garden, this would be Stalking Jack the Ripper by Keri, Maniscalco. I'm probably saying it wrong, I'm really sorry. I did receive this from the publisher in exchange for an honest review, and I absolutely freaking loved this book. Stalking Jack the Ripper is the story of Audrey Rose, who is a teenager in like the late 1800s. Is that when Jack the Ripper was about? Whenever Jack the Ripper was going on. She's actually training with her uncle in forensics and like criminal forensics, or I guess whatever like that is. It's not anthropology. I don't know. Forensics, like dealing with dead bodies and figuring out how they died and stuff. Anyway, they come across a series of murders, and this is when the media kind of comes up with Jack the Ripper and pins all these murders on Jack the Ripper, and they realize there's a serial killer running around. And yeah, so that's what this is about, and this is about Audrey Rose and her friends and family, and they're together trying to solve the mystery of who Jack the Ripper is, and, you know, to stop him so he doesn't kill anybody else. This book was so good. I really honestly didn't know how I was gonna like it. This is Keri Maniscalco's debut novel as well, and I just loved this book so flipping much. I can't even explain how good it was, and it like took me by surprise. I will say that this book also randomly, wasn't expecting it to, made me cry. Everything makes me cry. I'm like, I don't know, I'm on edge. Commercials about little babies make me cry. Everything makes me cry. This made me cry. Really good. It's a really good mystery, and I don't tend to like mysteries. Whenever I read a mystery, I spend most of the time trying to either figure it out or if I figured it out early on. I get really mad that I figured it out early on. I loved this. I did not figure it out early on, and I was also engaged enough in everything else going on that I wasn't so focused on the mystery and trying to solve it before they did. 5 out of 5 stars. Definitely recommend this. This comes out, I think, mid-September, I want to say. I know I have a project already for it at work to set it up, and I only get projects a month in advance, so I'm assuming this comes out mid-September. Also, I love the cover. It's such a pretty cover. Read it. That was the end of my wrap up. I guess it's time to do a round of Pick Your Poison, isn't it? Yeah, because I've been so successful with those in the past. I'm thinking I might start a new thing now. If I do a Pick Your Poison and I don't read the book, I might just end up unhauling it. I do have an unhaul video planned pretty soon because it needs to happen. I've already run out of bookshelf space, and I just added these shelves like 6 months ago. And I mean, I have 3 more I'm gonna add, but that's insane. Without further ado, poison jar. I just love this jar too. I love it. And it's getting to that time of year where all like the spooky decor are gonna be coming out. And I mean, I don't celebrate Halloween, but I love some of the decorations. So probably gonna be spending some money coming up soon. Alrighty, so I pulled If You Feel Too Much by Jamie Torkowski. The copy I have is actually signed. I did actually meet him back in June. I don't know why I looked at my watch for that. He did a signing at my store that I work at, and that was really cool. He's actually based, or not him, but like the company To Write Love on Her Arms. It's actually based out of where I live, so that's pretty neat, and I didn't know that until they did the signing at the store and I found out. I just dropped my cork. So as I will definitely try to get to this this month, but I also will not be unhauling it if I don't read it, because this is a signed book and I'm not going to get rid of it. That was it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Let's be friends. I love having friends, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!